Look, I know I'm upsetting a lot of friends of mine in the legal community, particularly judges, maybe even some justices. But John Roberts humiliated himself. And he has done enormous damage to the Supreme Court. You have to respect the American people and the Constitution of the United States if you want respect in return. Otherwise, you're deserving of strong criticism, even humiliation from time to time, like the rest of us. If a justice is going to be a politician, or if he's going to be something other than a justice, then he's in the wrong job. He's in the wrong job, or she's in the wrong job. You know, one of the scariest things about the 200 pages that this court issued on Thursday last week was Ruth Bader Ginsburg's concurring opinion. I would encourage you folks to read it if you haven't. You're going to see there something very diabolical. Somebody who so easily lies about American history, lies about the Constitution, very matter of fact about this Obamacare law, how it's in the tradition of American, and on and on and on, and how sanctimonious she is in what she's writing. It's just outrageous. And then you consider what I said the first hour, that John Roberts considers his first and biggest job getting along with the other justices. It's just, I mean, that's perfectly fine. You want to get along with other people. You have to live with them in a cloistered environment, but that's not his job. His job is to protect the American people from authoritarianism, or worse, from an iron-fisted president. John Roberts worked in the Reagan John Roberts worked in the Reagan administration. He worked for Attorney General William French Smith. He worked in the White House counsel's office under Fred Fielding. John Roberts knows what he's supposed to do on the Supreme Court, but he's decided now he wants to make a name for himself for all time. At your expense, folks. At your expense. You know what he really wanted to happen? He really wanted a sixth justice, Anthony Kennedy, to join him and the four anti-constitutionalists, let's call them what they are, the leftists, so they would have a 6-3 decision and crush the constitutionalists. So what Roberts was up to was actually more slimy than what actually happened in terms of the vote itself. Does that deserve respect? Somebody who abuses his office? And I know there's circuit judges I'm friends with, district judges I'm friends with. Don't talk with them all the time, but some of whom I helped get appointed to the bench. Excuse me. Probably think, Mark, you're way over the line, you're too hard. No, I'm not. The justices who ruled in Wickard versus Filburn in 1942 and threw the door open to socialism on the phony notion that a farmer growing wheat on his own land is involved in interstate commerce, that's a disgrace. That's politics. You want to serve for life? You want to be called his honor or your honor or her honor? Then you need to earn that. We don't want these little fiefdoms, these little politbures, is what I've been calling the judicial oligarchy, ruling us from above. And what's so outrageous about this case in particular, the Obamacare case, is Roberts does it and he pretends he's throwing the politics back to us. But you just damaged the Constitution with your phony rationale. It's a tax. So I said at the opening of the program, and I said on Fox today, tax, punishment, a cucumber, who cares? The damage is the damage. It's been done. Now we have McConnell saying he doesn't know if he can overdo it, overturn it. Wait, I want you to step back and think about it. just rationally. We have Romney out there saying he'll repeal it on day one. He doesn't have the power to repeal it on day one. We have McConnell out there today saying, look, I'll work it so we only need 51 votes, but this is very hard to do. I'm not sure I can achieve it. So he's trying to lower expectations. We have the Speaker of the House running around saying they're going to have a repeal vote next week. They're going to vote to repeal. It's going to go to the Senate and die. So he's doing a fan dance over there. And everybody is saying, isn't it wonderful now? It's thrown back into the political realm. Now we can really kill it. Well, we can't fix what happened to the Constitution in this election. And now I know what Romney's saying about repealing on day one isn't true. I know what Boehner's doing is a fan dance. And I know McConnell's saying he doesn't have the guts for this fight. So where does that leave us? Leaves us electing as many conservatives as we possibly can. Not Republicans, but conservatives. And my judge friends and justice friends, most of you don't need to be lectured in any respect. You wouldn't like it anyway. But some of your colleagues do. This is our country. We own the courts. We own the Constitution. It belongs to us. There are about 1,000 federal judges, give or take 100. That's it. 9 Supreme Court justices, as you well know. That's it. And by the way, it's my understanding that this Supreme Court issued 66 opinions. 66 opinions? I remember when they used to issue 166 opinions. Are they in semi-retirement or something? Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I shouldn't criticize that. But the country's going to hell. We have a president of the United States who doesn't work anymore. Maybe I shouldn't criticize that either. Do 3, 4, 5 fundraisers a day, 100 rounds of golf, running around to ice cream places and hamburger places while his wife's telling us to eat asparagus. He's having a blast. Where is he today, Mr. Producer? Is he anywhere? Day off today. What's today? Monday. Well, of course, he's off on Monday. And Thursday and Friday. Is he off tomorrow too? Most of the week. Well, good for him. Where's the missus? She in Spain again? No? Anyway, they're off. Roberts went to Malta, made a big joke about it. Ha, ha, ha. No, I don't think this is funny at all, because this is absolutely counter to the founding of this nation, what's going on in this country. And then listen to how they debate in Washington and on TV. Is it a tax? I caught you. You said you weren't going to raise taxes. No, it's a penalty. So we conservatives who argued it wasn't a tax but a penalty because we didn't want them to use the Social Security precedent in the court, now we're running around saying it's a tax. Meanwhile, the leftists who said it was a penalty, thank God they believe for Roberts' opinion, calling it a tax. And then they say, but it's not a tax, it's a penalty. Only in America. The biggest fundamental transformation, to quote some Marxists, the biggest fundamental transformation going on in this country, our entire healthcare system, and more, by the way. And one party's saying, see, it's a tax, it wasn't a penalty. The other party's saying, no, it's always been a penalty. Word games. Even today with Social Security, is it an insurance program or is it a tax program? They still can't get it right. They still fight with each other over that because it's both. It's both. Meanwhile, the Constitution is abused, the government grows, and your health care is going to suck. Man, Mark, you should treat these people with respect. I have nothing but disdain for them. If they don't treat us with respect, I'm not treating them with respect.